member for Northumberland, Peterborough South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We heard today from the Governor of the Bank of Canada that after 8 years of this Liberal Prime Minister, that inflation continues to be a concern and that interest rates will stay high for the foreseeable future. Despite the fact that Canadians are continuing to struggle just to heat their homes and to feed their families, on April 1st, this Liberal government will increase their inflationary carbon tax. Will the Prime Minister finally axe this tax, or at least get out of the way so Conservatives can?
The Honourable Minister for Natural Resources.
Mr. Speaker, as I've said many times in this House, it would be enormously important for Canada if we actually had an official opposition that believed in the reality of climate change and understood that we actually had to have a plan to address climate change like our American friends, like our British friends, like our German friends, like our French friends, in a manner that will promote economic growth and opportunity in every region of this country. We are working to do exactly that to ensure we leave a sustainable planet, one that is prosperous for our kids.
Yes.
The Honourable Member for Northumberland, Peterborough South.
Well, when you're losing the argument, you distract and you deflect. The truth of the matter is that these Liberals are as incompetent at fighting climate change as they are the affordability crisis. These Liberals do not have an environmental plan, they have a tax plan. Exactly. I was there at Public Accounts when the Environmental Commissioner scolded these Liberals for not hitting one single target. Will these Liberals finally get out of the way so that Conservatives can fight climate change and bring prosperity back to our country?
The Honourable Minister of the Natural Resources.
When this government came to power in 2015, we inherited a target from the Harper Conservatives, which was 30% below 2005 by 2030. The problem with the Harper approach is there was no plan to achieve that target. We put together the most comprehensive climate plan that Canada's ever had. We built a plan that actually not only met, but would exceed that target. And what did we do after that? We raised the target by 50% to make it science-aligned, to ensure that we are actually fighting climate change and doing so in a manner that will leave a prosperous and a healthy environment for our children.
The Honourable Member for Nunavut.
Rural and remote Indigenous communities are in dire need of housing. Nunavut are living in canvas tents in the winter, sleeping in shifts in overcrowded rooms, and waiting years for adequate housing. The government of Nunavut and Nunavut Tungavik together have asked for $500 million over 3 years starting in the upcoming budget. Will this government properly invest in Nunavut housing so Northerners can sleep in safe, comfortable homes?
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the Honourable Member for an important question. The lack of safe, quality housing across the North is unacceptable, which is why our government is making historic investments in collaboration with partners. Our government has been clear we will not impose solutions on Northerners. Instead, we will work with them to support their priorities. Through Northern Affairs alone, we are investing $200 million, Mr. Speaker, to support housing and related infrastructure in the North. This flexible funding allows territorial partners to continue to advance their most pressing housing needs. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.